Yeah, I was gonna say, boy, if they was gonna start tripping on me, all right, I think we good now. All right, yeah,
We good? We live?
I think we're good. If we not good, I would be mad as hell, and we gonna have to we gonna have a podcast using our phones and during the day, just talking throughout the day. That actually might be fun, like to have a podcast where we call each other. Like, oh, I got an idea. We gonna talk about it later though. But anyway, welcome to another episode of the Good Call Fellas podcast. I am your host, or one of the hosts. I go by Tweez, and I'm with my brother William. This episode is well, first off, let me say, make sure you like and subscribe. Share this on YouTube. Tell your friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you good, bro. I hear you breathing.
Really?
Yeah, I can hear you breathe a little bit. Maybe because I got these Sony things, so they kind of intense a little bit.
Oh,
but anyway,
here. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, make sure your audio. Anyway, I'm just messing with you. Make sure you. Damn, what am I thinking of? Oh yeah,
leave a
like, share,
star.
subscribe, leave a 5-star.
Dang, yeah, I can
or if you watch the audio, I know, right? Because I ain't did it in a minute, so I'm kind of rusty.
Comment,
come on. So yeah, make sure you leave a comment. On Apple Music, Spotify, we're gonna have it on there. If you're watching the visual, I appreciate y'all watching the visual. Make sure you leave leave a comment.
Is that just me?
Like the video. What?
You hecka froze right there, bro.
I froze? Oh, it's probably my connection. I gotta tell you about this shit. I'm gonna tell you about it in a minute, but bro, the connection it's been rough. But anyway, if I freeze, it's just probably gonna happen. We kind of trying a new app right now, or new website, so we're gonna see if this works. Just testing some things out. I mean, Zoom is cool, but I want to try something different just to see if it works. You know what I mean? If it's trash, then we can just go back to Zoom. I really don't have a preference. I just kind of want to see what this does. Anyway, but yeah, how you doing?
I'm all right now.
You all right now? What you mean?
Yeah. Remember last week I told you my son was sick?
Oh yeah, how little man doing?
He's good, but he gave it to me the next day, bro.
Wow,
it was bad. It was
so
bad.
you sick now?
No, I'm good. It only lasted 48 hours. It was some stomach bug or something. I don't know, but yeah, on Wednesday I woke up and I was just my stomach hurt hecka bad, and then I just had body aches and chills. And I was just oh, no. And then, yeah, after a while, I couldn't even get out of bed anymore because I was just, as soon as I get up, I was dizzy. So it was really bad. Yeah, especially at night. I felt like I was getting super, super hot to where I was I need to go to the hospital or something because this is not good. But whatever, I just manned through it. And then Thursday, woke up, chills were gone, body aches except for my back. My back still had body aches.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't dizzy anymore, and my stomach
good.
was fine. I just couldn't eat for those 2 days. I was just I was not having it with food. I was just nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat anything. But then Friday I was completely fine. So, but Wednesday, Thursday, boy, and then my wife got it over the weekend. So,
dang, yeah, I feel like y'all done been sick a lot for the past 2 months.
Yeah, dude, we've been getting sick a lot, but which is one of the reasons why we keep doing these podcasts like this. But
right, I think it's bad sometimes because you know what I'm saying, that baby be getting sick, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, it be happening. Well, I'm glad y'all.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good, man.
Ooh,
for the most part,
what's going on?
My weekend was good. I didn't do much, man. I'll probably just we'll get it. Well, I won't say I didn't do much. Let me not lie. My weekend was great. It had its high moments and it had its low moments. But I think as we talk about the podcast, we could get into the high and the low moments of the podcast. Yeah. I mean, of the weekend. So I'll just say that I had a great experience at the Niner game. Obviously, for those who may know or not know, I went to the Niner game on Saturday, which happened to be the wild card game. Great experience. Definitely something.
We can talk about that later, though.
Yeah, for sure. But I will say it was definitely something. I think if you get a chance to go, you definitely should experience it. But I'll just leave that there.
Niner fans go crazy, huh?
Yeah, for sure. I put like this. I've been to plenty of Niner games, so there wasn't. I didn't know what to expect, but it went up a notch. It went up a few notches, if I may say that myself. Going to the Niner game, but yeah, it was lit, bro. It was fired up. But yeah. Question: do you want to do certain segments, or you want to just get straight into it?
I mean, I still got some players for you to guess if you think you can.
Are you sure? Because we got a lot to talk about. We literally we got to talk about every playoff game.
You want to do rapid fire? You want rapid fire?
Sure, rapid fire. Rapid fire. 10 seconds apart.
Okay. Football. Okay, we're on football.
Okay, yeah.
All right. First player got drafted in 2014. He went to Georgia South. Is that Georgia South?
Georgia
GA
South.
Is that Georgia South?
I want to say
Georgia Southern.
Yeah. Yeah, Georgia
Anything
Southern.
Else?
Or Southern Georgia. What team he went to? What team he got drafted to?
He got drafted to Minnesota.
What position he
In
plays?
2014. He's a running back.
Damn, who are the running backs for Minnesota? It's not Dalvin Cook. Who is there? Amir Abdullah? No, he went to Georgia.
He doesn't currently play for Minnesota.
Who he play for now?
He played for the Chiefs.
No, it's not. It's not Clyde because he went to LSU. Who are the other running backs? They don't really use running backs, but yeah, I can't think about it. Who is it?
McKinnon.
Jared McKinnon. Oh, he went to Georgia Southern. Didn't know that. Okay.
Jared McKinnon. Yeah.
All
right. Number 2. Got drafted 2018 from UCF. Drafted to the Saints.
What position?
Wide receiver.
He still plays for them?
Still currently there.
Michael Thomas?
Nope.
No. It's not Olave. Olave didn't go there.
He just barely got drafted. He's a rookie.
Who was there? Who was their backup receivers? Yeah, I don't know. I'm collating a goose egg. Who went to UCF? UCF? I don't know the player.
Name?
So you gotta give me the name. Yeah, I don't know the player.
Tre'Quan Smith.
Tre'Quan Smith. Yeah, I don't really know him like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I can play this. I know McKinnon, but I'll tell you right now, I did not know Tre'Quan Smith, so I didn't know that one.
Okay. Number 3, got drafted in 2019 to the LA Rams, and he is from Memphis. He went to Memphis for college. 2019 LA Rams went to Memphis College. He's a running back.
Is he still with? He's still with the Rams?
No.
Okay, you talking about Tony Pollard?
He's not. No.
You're not talking about Tony Pollard. I was gonna say because Tony Pollard got drafted by. I thought he got drafted by Dallas, but I was gonna say he got drafted by the Rams. Didn't know that. Who was the other running? Because Tony Pollard is the only running back I know that went to Memphis. And he's not with the Rams no more either. And he had a short ass career. What team does he play for now?
Jags.
And if that's the case, he don't even play. I don't know.
283 yards 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
Daryl Henderson Jr.
Daryl Henderson Jr.
Henderson Jr. Yeah.
Yeah, Henderson Jr. Okay, I know who that is.
No,
I didn't know he went to the Jags.
Don't ring a bell.
No, I know who that is. I didn't know he went to the Jags. I thought he was still on the Rams.
I think he got traded this season because his uniform in the picture is still a Rams uniform. So I think he just got traded.
I remember from the Rams.
Season.
I don't remember.
He was like a McCaffrey trade.
Yeah, I don't remember him playing for the Rams. Okay. Shout out Daryl Henderson.
Number 4. Number 4 is a rookie, so he just got drafted this year out of Illinois. He is a defensive end.
What team does he play for?
The Bengals.
Sam Hubbard?
No.
Hawkinson? What's his name? Is it Hawkinson or some shit like that? I can't think of his name.
No.
It's not Hawkinson.
No.
Not him. Yeah, I'm just gonna be trash this week. Yeah, what's his name?
Owen Carney.
Owen Carney.
Okay, this last one you gotta get. This last one you gotta get.
At this point,
so he got drafted in 2022.
I promise you, I'll take an 0-5.
Watch this. Drafted in 2022 from Cincinnati, and he's a corner.
He got drafted to Cincinnati.
He's
as
from
a corner?
the college he went to. The college he went to, Cincinnati. He got drafted to.
What was it this year?
He got drafted 2022. So yeah.
Okay, and he plays for the Jets, I'm guessing, right?
Nope.
No. Who did he play for?
Seahawks.
Sheesh. What's his name? Tony Woolen? Some shit like that?
No.
Yeah,
you're not gonna get this one?
I'm gonna just take 0-5.
Wow.
And I was at the game, and I don't even know who you're talking about.
His name's Kobe Bryant.
Oh, yeah, I don't. Kobe Bryant, I only remember seeing him on the field on Saturday. So Kobe Bryant just going to have to take this.
I heard his name a couple times on the game. But yeah, all right, well, you went 0-5 when it comes to football. So
no relevant today. No relevant today.
Yeah,
but to be fair, my mind, I was probably sure I wasn't thinking about doing that, but it's cool. That's fair. Okay, let me turn this off. I got too many fucking distractions in my life over here. So anyway, but yeah, moving along. This is the first or second episode of the playoff podcast where we will talk about round one. Round one was pretty interesting, to say the least.
Yes, it was.
I think the best way to do it is to start from day one, and then we'll go all the way to Monday. And obviously, playoff game number one was the Niners versus the Seahawks. As you may know, if you ain't watched it, the Niners came out with the dub. Pretty, convincing win at the end of the game. Definitely was closer than a lot of people expected to be, but the Niners definitely did clutch up and finish out the game strong and got the dub. What was it, 23-41, if I remember correctly? Purdy, I think, finished with close to 300 yards and like 3 touchdowns. So he played a pretty good game. 332. Okay. Bet. Yeah. Pretty good game.
131.
Very competitive. What's 131?
His rating.
Oh, yeah. Purdy's definitely had a great game.
Great couple games.
Yeah, great couple games, nevertheless. You know what? Do you want to talk about the game? I'll let you talk about the game, and then I'll speak my piece on the game, and then we'll call it. And then I'll talk about my experience at the game.
Yeah, you got to talk about your experience, too, after. But, yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you go first.
So, we had this highly anticipated rivalry game going on this past Saturday. We had the Seahawks came into San Francisco, slash Santa Clara, to play the Niners. And a lot, that's why I said slash Santa Clara.
Nah, Santa Clara. Yeah, not San Francisco. Santa Clara Niners. But continue.
The name is San Francisco, so whatever.
Santa Clara.
Anyways, so Tweez over here was hyping up Geno Smith and telling us how Geno Smith is the GOAT and how amazing he is.
I never called him the GOAT. Can you stop doing that? Stop calling him. I never called him the GOAT. All I said was he's played a lot better than what people thought. And he played good. Yes, and he played good on Saturday. He definitely played good on Saturday.
Okay. Well, he didn't play good enough. Well, anyways, so Seattle wanted to, come over here and get the smoke, so they got the smoke. But game started off very rough for us. I'm not gonna lie, I was sweating so bad.
I know.
Because I know. This should not be happening. This should not be happening at all. Like, what are we doing? Even that first half, Brock Purdy had some questionable throws that it's like, bro, those should have been picked off. He should have had like 3 interceptions this game. It was just, I was like, dude, you need to chill. So it was off to a slow start. You know, at halftime, it was 17-16 Seahawks, which nobody seen that coming. And they was trying to pull off an upset. But what they forgot was that the Niners come alive in the second half. And fourth quarter, we put up 18 on them. So Brock Purdy went off. You know, he got his 332 yards. You know, Christian McCaffrey rushing got 119 yards. He went off. And then receiving, we had Mr. Deebo Samuel himself went for 133. So the offense showed up. They showed up to play. They got their stuff done. You know, the defense, they picked it up in that second half to lock down the Seahawks. They only scored, I think, like 2 field goals in the fourth quarter, but that was basically it. So the Niners defense showed up to play as they always do in that fourth quarter to lock them down. But I will give them some props. You know, the Seahawks came out and they was going for it. DK Metcalf had our backs looking dumb the whole game, just freaking smoking them. It was just like how this boy was outrunning these dudes on just go routes. Like it's just I don't know. But DK Metcalf is a beast. So yeah, he's a beast. I'm not gonna take that away from him. But at the end of the day, Seahawks team did not get the win. When we look at it, the Seahawks are made up I think they have a lot of rookies that they started. So they're going to get better over time, but it's just this year, you know, it's just a new team. So they gotta prep. But, you know, hats off to a lot of the Seahawks players that did get Pro Bowl picks that did go off in the season. You know, a lot of rookies like, I know Walker he's up for Rookie of the Year. I think they have a couple people on defense also that are up for like Defensive Player of the Year and stuff like that. So they were a good team, but they just weren't the Niners. And, you know, you got to come into San Francisco and play us, Santa Clara and play us. It's going to be a problem. And we looking healthy. We looking good. Brock Purdy is I don't know what the Niners going to do if this dude takes us to a Super Bowl. Next year is going to be hard to figure out who will be QB1 because Trey Lance should be back. But Brock Purdy right now is looking really nice. So we don't know what will happen in that situation. Yeah. Good game, though. But you were at the game, so I'll let you kind of take over from here. So you've seen it all happen live. But all I can say is I was sweating that first half. But after that, you know, it was good. We was just chilling. You know, was watching us get that dub. So we went crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, okay, I'm going to talk my piece about the whole situation, right? So, first of all, I picked y'all to win. So that wasn't the thing. That wasn't like...
first time ever.
No, because I picked y'all to win in week 17. Let's be honest. If it wasn't most weeks I would have picked y'all, I would just be difficult just because I can. Most of the games I picked them not to win. I genuinely didn't think they wasn't going to win. I thought they was going to win. They should win. But anyway, moving forward to the playoff game, got something in my eye. Anyway, but great experience. Say what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
No, I would say great experience. Great experience overall. The game was energetic. You could feel the energy once you walked into the stadium, or literally as soon as you hopped out the car. And I've definitely seen that before, but I think that it was a certain energy in the air that was a little bit different. The weather was kind of on and off. It was raining at first, but then it stopped. The sun ended up coming out at a point, and I was cooking low key because we were kind of facing the sun, and I had on black pants, so I was low key cooking in the sun. But outside of that, man, it was a great experience, man. The energy, the crowd was very loud. Your ears would hurt if you was in the stadium that day. As far as the game concerned, the game was a lot closer than I expected. I expected the Niners to kind of pack them up early, but respect to the Seahawks for making it competitive. I know they're definitely, like you said, they're a young team, and they will definitely be a team to look out for, depending on what they do with the quarterback situation. I personally hope they keep Geno, but I understand. But yeah, I think throughout the whole game, I think the first half was pretty back and forth. You know, a couple mental errors, by the Niners' behalf that, gave the Seahawks the lead going into halftime. And then pretty much once, I forgot his name, but dude, they used to play for the ex-Raider, John Abram, once he did the twist ankle, you could feel the energy once he did that tackle when he twisted. You could feel the energy in the stadium where it was like, oh, okay, they finna turn up. They finna turn up. They just finna turn up. They just finna turn up. And I can see I was like,
I ain't having that.
They finna turn up. So they did what they did best. They scored, and then what happened was to me the play of the game, or the play of the game to me was when the Seahawks drove down the field, and then I forgot his name, number 90, I think it's 90 or 93, the D tackle. He got the fumble on Geno Smith when they was finna score. I forgot his name, but it was like, I think end of the third, beginning of the fourth, something. It was end of the third. I think end of the third or beginning of the fourth. He got the fumble. Bosa scooped up the fumble. And after that,
was it Armstead?
No, it wasn't Armstead. It was the other D lineman. I forgot his name. I don't want to butcher it because you know what I'm saying. I don't want to butcher his name, but he had got the strip sack, Geno fumbled, and then Bosa had picked it up, and then they went and scored. And then after that, Geno tried to force it through a pick, and then that was pretty much the ball game. And then the rest was history at that point. So I think the Seahawks had played really well up until that point. And then, that was pretty much that. As far as the Niners concerned, the Niners were very dominant, especially defensively. I think that, like I said, I think I put a post on Twitter. It's going to be hard to beat them. I think, to me, in my opinion, the only weak spot they really have is the corners. And the corners are definitely can be exposed. I think that's pretty obvious at this point. With a competent quarterback, their corners is not good. And then you get to a point
the only
where,
thing.
I wouldn't say that's the only thing, but I will say that is definitely a key. Like, okay, you can pick on that, right? Or like their secondary as a whole can be a little bit too aggressive, right? But I mean, when you got that type of front seven, when you got Fred Warner, Bosa, and on the boys, you can be that way. I will say Brock Purdy looked great. He missed some throws, could have been some key interceptions. He definitely likes to be aggressive. He definitely likes to be, he'll force some shit. But I will say, and I wonder, and it's going to be interesting because I wonder what Dallas is going to do next week, right? Because I like Brock a lot. To me, a lot of these games, as I'm noticing, are more because of Kyle Shanahan and what he's drawing up, more than what Brock is doing, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is,
bro,
what? What you mean?
The reason we was struggling the first half is because Kyle Shanahan wouldn't run the ball.
No, it wasn't because he wouldn't run the ball. The problem was he just wasn't getting into the playmakers. Because every time he runs the same amount of like play action plays, whatever. But as long as he could get the ball into his playmakers early enough in the game where they could cook, they're gonna be fine. Or just in general, so it's like a short screen, a play action across the middle, a bubble screen, whatever. If he could get his playmakers the ball early, and I'm talking about McCaffrey, Debo, and Kittle, they usually create a lot of the yards. I'm pretty sure if you look at their yards after catch, is ridiculous. Let me see.
Oh yeah,
wow, it was OD. So for me, as I watch Brock Purdy, right, and I'm trying to analyze him and see where he's at, I think he's a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to take away no credit from him. But I will say, watching the games, Kyle Shanahan cooks up so many plays. It's almost impossible for him to mess up, right? And what I mean by that is, like, they be so fixated on, like, so there's a couple things he does. One, there was a couple, I don't know if it was the Seahawks scheme or whatever, but they was doing a lot of play action plays where either Debo or somebody goes across the middle and is wide open every time. It feel like they run it every week. It's always wide open.
Always open.
It's open every time, right? But here's another thing, right? If you notice, and especially when they get to the end zone, because he scored twice off this, they run some I don't even know if it's a play action, but they run some type of pass play. But what happens is that Brock Purdy, since everybody left, right, and being a veteran quarterback, he looks away to safeties, blah, blah, blah. He looks them to the left. But what happens is that Brock Purdy, as long as he can extend the play, there is some type of I don't know, play calling, whatever, where they have it where the running back is a delay and he runs this little out route to sneak outside and then he just throws it to the running back and he's wide open in the end zone. It happened twice. Yes, on the game. Happened twice. And I find it hard to believe that they don't have that incorporated in their game plan to where like, hey, yo, you get in the end zone, roll out left a little bit, but if you get enough time and you ain't threw the ball yet, if you go back right, we're going to have a running back slip out and nobody's going to guard him. And it happens all the time. So,
because they go try to get that sack, and it's like you just leave the running back open.
So I wonder how they're going to play that. I wonder how the Cowboys are going to play that because definitely is a whole different matchup. They definitely defensively are a lot better than the Seahawks, and offensively are better than the Seahawks. They're a better team, right? So, with this being a bigger rivalry than the Niners and the Seahawks, because we talk about the Niners and the Seahawks rivalry. Cowboys and Niners is a way bigger rivalry than the Niners and the Seahawks.
You got beef since the 90s, bro.
You got beef since the 90s, bro. So this is going to be, I know we talked about the Seahawks, Seahawks game, but I want to say definitely looking forward to the Niners and Cowboys game. Definitely going to be a lot more competitive. Obviously, I still got the Niners winning because I think I picked them to get to the conference championship. But I will say if Seahawks game was competitive, I think this one will be even more competitive where it may be a field goal that wins this game. To be honest,
you want to talk about all this right now? No.
I'm just saying. I mean, we gonna get into that, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, shout out to the Niners. It was a great experience. I love going. I ain't gonna say I loved it. Well, I did love it, but as far as I'm concerned, I loved the experience. It was fun. Had a great time. The food was good. Got free food.
What'd you get?
I got fries, corn. I got fries, tenders, hot dog, soda. Yeah, and I got churro.
Bro, when I went, I got this like pizza, like a deep dish pizza they had.
Yeah,
oh,
it was fire. Yeah, man. Yeah,
it was like a mini deep dish pizza. Oh, but yeah, the chicken tenders was good.
So those of you may know, if you're a season ticket holder, there's certain places where you can get free food. You get to pick up the 4 items for free. Yeah.
And you got a glizzy. Ooh, my boy got a glizzy.
Got a glizzy, bro. Dang, bro. Gotta get that glizzy, bro. Gotta get that glizzy, you feel me? Yes, that is disgusting.
What did he say?
That is disgusting. That is disgusting. Disgusting. But yeah, overall great experience, man. Shout out to the Niners for handling business, man, and moving along. After that, we had a crazy game between the Jags and the Chargers, right? The Chargers come out dominant. Unbelievably dominant. I turned on the game. So mind you, right? I think that wasn't was that the game or the Vikings played the Giants next, right? Or maybe I'm tripping. No, it was the Jaguars and the Chargers. Yeah, it was. That's how it was. So I remember I came home and I was watching the game. I was like, okay, boo, boo, boo. So I had went back to my stepmom's house because I had to drop off my little brother. So I turned on the game and I'm waiting for him to get dressed because he was going to some party, whatever I had to take him to. And the Chargers started blowing them out. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. This is a blowout. Whatever. Whoop-de-whoop. So I think I leave and it's 30-0, or it was 24-0, something crazy. I get to the house. I didn't even turn the game back until I thought it was
27-7.
27. Well, 27-7
first half.
Right, but I don't know if it was 20. It was pretty much ugly. It was 24-0 when I seen it. I turned it off. By the time I got home, I think I chilled for a second, and then I turned back on the game, and it was 30-20. And I was like, "Hey, yo, what's going on?" So I start watching,
Yeah.
and the next thing you know, I just see everything that could go wrong for the Chargers go wrong. Everything that could go right for the Chargers went right. And somehow, some way, Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars pull it out. Now, granted, I picked them winning. You didn't. But
I didn't see this coming, bruh.
I didn't see it either. I thought even though I picked the Jags, I thought no, we did. We both picked the Jags. I thought you picked the Chargers. I thought we both picked the Jags.
Nah, I picked the Jags.
Yeah, you picked the Jags. I'm tripping. My fault. I definitely didn't see this coming. I don't think you seen this coming.
I didn't think it was gonna be this close. I thought the Jags were just gonna go in there and just beat them by at least a touchdown or two.
Yeah, I thought it would be more competitive, but I didn't think it would get as ugly. I didn't think it would get as ugly as it got for the Jags. I have to do so much to get back. But shout out to the resiliency from them. I said resiliency. I can't even say the word. Shout out to the fighting them to be able to come back. Literally, almost. It won't happen most times than not. And Justin Herbert, man, I don't know, man.
Bruh. Okay, so let me ask you this. Does this take Herbert out of the top 5 of QBs? And then does this put Trevor Lawrence into the top 5 of QBs?
It won't put Trevor Lawrence in the top 5, but it definitely takes Herbert. I don't even know if it takes him out the top 5, but he's at 5 teetering out. You don't have game. Okay, so right now, right, as the top quarterbacks in the league are talent: Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen,
Burrow,
Lamar Hurts, Herbert. And that was kind of hard to say. It's hard to put Hurts there. I mean, okay, for me, Hurts and Herbert are interchangeable, but I'm leaning towards putting Hurts at the 5, depending on what I see this week. I know it's kind of prejudgmental, but I don't care. I don't mind putting Hurts at 5. He's not 4 though.
I think Herbert and Lawrence are better than Hurts.
You just gave me time out. You just gave me hell last week about not putting Hurts in my top 10. You put him in your top 5.
Yeah, not anymore.
That was literally like 2 weeks ago.
He moved out of the top 5.
Because of what? He didn't play. He was hurt. How did he move out the top 5 for you?
Because I feel like Herbert and Lawrence are better quarterbacks overall when it comes to.
So you just had to change your heart,
talent-wise. Yeah.
So you just had to change your heart.
After seeing the way Lawrence has been playing these past couple games and just going out there and putting up these numbers, I can't but help to see him as a top 5. He has to be. The way he went into Jacksonville and turned this program around the same way that Burrow did and Allen, you got to put him in the conversation.
I agree, but at least with Trevor Lawrence, he definitely had an ugly rookie year, but that was because of bad coaching. It was pretty obvious. Because of bad coaching, you get a better coach, you get a better player. Sometimes, as players can be talented, but sometimes the coaches can get in their way. So I don't know if I could put him top 5 personally. I just think the level of production is not there as a whole. Because I think you would still, but I will say that I think I would have to look at it, but I think I could put him in it. I think I'm comfortable. He's definitely top 15. I'm okay with top 10. I don't know about top 5.
He's got to be top 5 now. Because I can't move Herbert out of top 5 because I think he's still great, even though.
Okay, so then if you move Herbert out to top 5, then are you saying Lawrence is better than Lamar Jackson?
Yeah.
How?
No.
How?
So I gotta have my Mahomes, my Allen, my Burrow, my Herbert, and Brock Purdy.
You just said, you know what? I'm gonna take Brock Purdy, and I know you're trolling with that one, so I'm not even gonna entertain that. I'm not even gonna entertain that thought process. But I know you genuinely feel.
Tell me a better quarterback, statistically speaking, right now. Who is a better quarterback than Brock Purdy?
In the past 8 weeks, probably nobody. To be honest, I think Brock Purdy is definitely I think he's probably played the best football.
Best ever to start.
He's had the best ever to start, but I think
nobody else has ever started.
I think I got to keep it also too, for sure. But I don't think also too. What do you think Pat Mahomes would look like if he had Debo, Kittle, and McCaffrey?
Okay, I'm not saying Brock
No. You're saying no. You just said that Purdy was the best quarterback, right?
I'm not gonna lie. If we had Lamar Jackson.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So when you talk about this Brock Purdy stuff, let's be real. Let's talk about Brock Purdy. Purdy,
he does have weapons.
As of right now, it looks great, but I still think there is and it's not his fault, right? You can't help when you get drafted to, but I think he's going to suffer from. It's not you, it's the system, right? Something that Brady suffered with for a long time. Where it took him leaving to understand that, okay, like he was really that nice, right? Everybody used to say, "Oh, is it Brady? Is it Bill Belichick?" I think everybody kind of can say now, like, yeah, Brady was just like that. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So Purdy, in a sense, is dealing with the same thing because the offense looks very easy to him. It's like he doesn't really have to do nothing crazy. He just had to do enough to create time for his players to get open, right? So just to be a little bit mobile. But as far as the throws, he's not really throwing deep balls. He's throwing everything intermediate, and the players are wide open. And if they're not open, he just dinking and dunking instead of running back to create and go be great. So for the most part, the offense is not really requiring him to do something that's out of this world. But he definitely he fits that offense and unlocks another level of the offense that we have not seen from the Niners in years, right? Where the Niners are not really,
You seen that the route running by Ayuk now?
Yeah, Ayuk just stepped up. You know what I mean? He's a solid option. Yeah, I mean he's a great option. But I'm saying with Brock Purdy as quarterback, he definitely has opened up that offense a lot. It's been a long time since we've seen a Niner offense that's this productive. So, but he's not time for a quarterback.
I'm gonna put Lamar in my top 5 because I need a black man in my top 5.
I'm not even gonna entertain that. I won't entertain that whatsoever.
Wait,
it's a damn
shame. Patrick Mahomes mixed? Is Patrick Mahomes mixed?
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes mixed. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never
he's black too. Pat Mahomes is black too. You got 2.
I got one in there.
You got 2. You got 2. You submitted it. You got 2.
Nah.
Okay, so who's your top 5? So who's your top 5 quarterbacks right now? Name them.
Mahomes, Burrow,
Yep.
Allen, Herbert.
Okay.
Lawrence.
And what's your argument about Burrow being better than Allen?
I just like Burrow a lot better when it comes to high pressure situations. Where'd you go? This boy dipped out because he don't like my opinions, I guess. Well, then we see how this is. But y'all gotta agree with me. You know, Burrow has been playing way better than Allen. Burrow did not fall off this year, as Allen did fall off this year. Okay, so that's why Burrow is better than Allen. And has Josh Allen been to a Super Bowl? I don't think. No, he hasn't been to a Super Bowl. Guess who has? Burrow has. How about that? Guess who won a college national championship? Burrow. Okay, Josh Allen did not do that when he was in college. So that's why Burrow is a better quarterback than Josh Allen, because we did not question this man all season, but we did question Josh Allen because he did fall off. And he was throwing picks, and he was not winning games, and he was falling apart, and that's why consistency is key, my dudes. We gotta wait for this dude to get back. I don't know what happened. He must have got booted. But I hope it's still recording. But how y'all doing? Y'all see this? And that's why, yeah. Here we go. This is what happens. Yeah, there we go. There he is.
Terrible.
There he is.
Terrible.
You missed my whole spiel, bro.
Yeah, terrible.
It's still recording, isn't it?
Well, it's recording again now. It didn't record whatever you just said when I left.
But it says recording on my end.
Well, if it is, cool. If not, on my end, it didn't record. So it's probably playing catch up.
Okay.
So,
well, if it didn't record, the reason why I like Burrow more is because the whole season we did not question Burrow, whereas Josh Allen, we did question him. And he did start to fall off. Burrow has been to the Super Bowl. Josh Allen has not been to the Super Bowl. Burrow won a national championship with his college. Josh Allen did not. So I like Burrow over Allen. Boom.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. This is weird. I think my mic just like my head, my camera just like cut out. It's like, oh, it's not working no more, so you gotta fix it. So I guess I'm rocking with the Mac camera. Unreal, bro.
Oh,
but
man.
I'll play this. I don't disagree. I don't think there's no crazy argument about having Burrow better. I mean, he definitely has been farther as far as playoff wise. I think his playoff performances have been better than Burrow. Statistically, kind of really unfair. I think Allen is the better player statistically, but when it comes to winning, I think Burrow has the better rap sheet. So it's kind of just depending on what you prefer.
Yeah.
And then who you said was your? So you got Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, and then who is the other
Herbert.
two? Herbert at 4.
Herbert's at 4.
And
Trevor Lawrence at 5.
So Lamar's not in your top 5.
No, he's number 6.
Oh, you're disgusting. You're disgusting. After what we just see from Herbert, you still have him in your top 5? Oh my gosh, bro. You are disgusting.
Bro,
you're disgusting, bro.
It's not his fault. He put up 30 points.
Okay.
It's not his fault.
At worst, bro, it's no way you do not have Lamar Jackson in your top 5 quarterback. It's no way. No matter what you say, he's done more than Herbert. He had an MVP.
I haven't
Herbert
seen
doesn't.
him do
He doesn't have.
much.
Lawrence don't have an MVP.
He hasn't done too much.
What you mean? Let me ask you something. What has Lawrence done that Lamar hasn't?
He's gone further into the playoffs already.
Lamar's won a playoff game too. So what are we talking about?
When?
He did like 2 years ago.
No, okay.
He beat the Titans.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
No, I'm just asking. What is Herbert and Lawrence? What are they better? What have they done that Jackson hasn't? I could tell you what Jackson has that both of them haven't done. We got all pro.
We got the unanimous MVP.
Hey, bro, when you an MVP, you a stud, bro. That's the trump card. What you gonna do?
Maybe I just need to see Lamar with a good receiver so I could see his talent, because as of right now,
trust me, if he had a good receiver, he would break records. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He'll break records.
He don't got a good receiver, so we don't see him putting up.
He's winning unanimous
like
MVP. But see, this is what I be hating, right? This is what I be hating about people like you that talk the way you talk, right? You give these players these top 5 things, and it's just like, okay, they have weapons, right? Lamar has been doing what he's been doing for the past 4 to 5 years with no weapons. None.
what kind of weapons does Trevor Lawrence have?
He got Travis Etienne, which is a good running back. He got both his wide receivers is nice. Christian Kirk. He got Elvin Ingram from the Giants. That boy is a stud. Like, do I need to say more? He has talent over there. Them dudes is nice over there in Jacksonville. Why you think they finally made it to the playoffs? Even though they struggled, they came out the field hot and then they started losing.
Okay.
Trust me, if you look at offense for offense, Trevor Lawrence has a better offense than the Baltimore Ravens do. Their defense is not as good as ours. Just saying.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. What were we talking about anyways before we got off on this?
I don't know. We were just talking about.
I'm talking about the Jags and Charger game.
Yeah, the Jaguars came back and upset at the Chargers after being down 24-0. One of the biggest comebacks in NFL playoff history, which was immaculate.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Chargers folded, and it's on Justin Herbert. Well, it's not Justin Herbert. The kicker missed a kick that probably would have kept them winning the game, but the Jaguars, move on to the next round, and they play the Chiefs in the second round. So salute to them. And then moving along, we go to day 2. And a pretty great day. Day 2, I think, was really good. Starting off with the Bills. The Bills escaped with a win against the Dolphins. The Dolphins come into the game. A lot of injuries, injury bugs.
Nobody saw that coming.
Nobody really saw it coming. Third string quarterback. And I'll start with talking with this one. The Bills kind of scared me on Saturday. I know I picked them to win, obviously, kind of just a shot in the dark, but I thought they edged it out. I mean, they did enough to win. Definitely wasn't the best win. The Bills scared me in a sense where I thought they was going to lose. Playing against a team that's a division rivalry, division matchup, literally just played them maybe a few weeks ago. When you play a team 3 times in a year, you get to a point where you don't really, just like the Niners and the Seahawks, you kind of already know what's going to come. You already know what's going to happen. You can't really draw up too many different plays. It's just up to will at that point. You know what I mean? Who got the more will to win the game? And
it's up to this guy.
Just like the Niners did, the Bills pretty much did the same. Definitely a lot closer. The Dolphins, was running with their third string quarterback, as you may know. Had a pretty third stringer like game. Didn't do a lot, but did enough to keep them in the game. The defense played really well. The first half, the Bills got out to an early lead, and then, the Dolphins just started trickling down, and they got back. Ended up taking the lead at a point, and low-key was there looking pretty confident to win the game. Made a couple mistakes in the second half. The Bills scored a couple touchdowns and pretty much kept arm's length away to get the dub. Unfortunately, Miami not really being – it seemed like at the end when they had an opportunity to kind of try to tie the game that they wasn't really having the best clock management. And I kind of started to see that a lot in these playoffs where there's a lot of coaches that kind of got exposed for their inadequate play calling and clock management throughout the game. But I'll let you talk about the Bills and the Dolphins game more or less if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's not too much to say. I mean, we knew that the Bills are going to win. The Dolphins did keep it competitive, though, so shout out to them. Thompson coming in there. I thought Bridgewater was going to be playing, but Thompson came in there and did his thing. No one really had a breakthrough offensively on there. I mean, their rushing was not there. They could not run the ball. Receiving, Tyreek Hill only had 69 yards. So, I mean, that's the most that all of them had. So, I mean, nobody really, put the team on their back to kind of just go for it. But, I mean, you're playing the Bills, and the Bills are playing for Hamlin right now. So, they got a lot of momentum. But, yeah, this Dolphin team definitely needs to get better next year. Tua was very questionable for being starting quarterback. I don't know if the Dolphins going to look somewhere else just because of what happened this season. And their defense needs to get better. They don't have a good defense, and I think the defense could have helped out. If they were at least good, that would have helped out a lot, but they don't have a good defense.
The defense underachieved.
But, yeah. But no,
the defense definitely underachieved.
Bills are rolling through it.
No, the defense definitely underachieved. They underachieved. No, just playing.
I got you, bro. I hear you. Go ahead, dang.
No, I'll let you talk your talk. Go ahead, bro.
No, I'm good. I'm done. That's basically all I got to say.
Okay. No, I was going to say the defense definitely they underachieved today. I mean, not today, but during the game. The Dolphins definitely it could have been a lot better. Offensively, I mean, it's not much you can really do with a third string quarterback. And, it's kind of, as I'm looking at the stat sheet, kind of really surprised how they put up 31 points. Really didn't get much from the offense. Really mostly looked like the defense pretty much dominant, but the defense didn't score. It's crazy how you can score so many points and it look like nobody did nothing. But, yeah, man. Definitely, I was kind of for sure. And I was kind of more worried about the Bills more than the Dolphins just because it's hard to really judge it because it was a playoff matchup, but it's just like, man, if like the Dolphins could do this to y'all, like it only gets harder from here. You know what I mean? So struggling or having a close game with the Dolphins, granted they had a third string quarterback, so it really shouldn't even been that close, but it definitely gives me a I ain't gonna say a red flag yet, but it's questions. You know what I'm saying? Question marks against them. So, yeah, that's pretty much that on that. And transition to the game after that, which was Minnesota and the New York Giants, the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. The Minnesota Vikings proved to us why they are Minnesota Vikings. As you watch the game and you just watch it. Now, granted, right? You thinking it's prime time, Kirk Cousins, he gonna fold. It's this prime time football. He not gonna get right. And he didn't. He actually played pretty well. 31 for 39, 273 with 2 tucks.
Yeah.
They really
How Justin Jefferson get negative 2 yards in passing?
I forgot. But they started out pretty good early, man. They played pretty well. TJ Hawkinson had a hell of a game. With 10 catches for 129 yards. Justin Jefferson did okay, but he wasn't really impactful as we thought he would be. Dalvin Cook had a solid game, more or less, but just the Giants, man, it just seemed like they just kept fighting, they kept clawing. Saquon Barkley had a good game. Isaiah Hodgins had a breakout game. Daniel Jones, man, he was on fire. He couldn't do no wrong. And the Giants edged out to beat the Vikings. And was the upside was the
you
upset
saw that
of the day.
that behind the back pass that he did?
Yeah. No, wait, which one?
When he went to fake the throw and he threw it behind the back to the running back.
Oh, you call it the Statue of Liberty.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, Statue of Liberty. So when you fake pass it and then you'll put the ball behind your back and the running back to take it. So so Boise State did that to Oklahoma in the bowl game years ago. And it was probably one of the most memorable plays in college football history because I think if I remember correctly, it was an OT, but it was to win the game. And it worked perfectly. They call it the Statue of Liberty. That's where I remember from. I don't remember any time it was used before that. But this was like 2006, 7, I remember correctly, something like that. You can Google it. It's on YouTube. But one of the more notable plays in college football history. And they did it there, and it actually worked pretty well. But yeah, man, shout out the Giants, man. They came out, they performed. Defense played really well. Definitely, I don't know what it is about Minnesota, man. It's just whenever they get to you just know Minnesota gonna fold, no matter what, no matter how good their record look, how even with them winning, being 13-4 and winning close games and being clutch, quote unquote. It just seems like they never really was a good team to begin with, or at least that good, rather. And it kind of showed, man. It just the Giants took care of business, man. Came in their house, took care of business, man, and got the dub. I was really shocked. I ain't gonna say I was shocked. I kind of didn't know what to expect. Did any of us pick the Giants? You picked the Giants.
I did.
Shout out to you. You picked the Giants. Well, you can tell me what you saw and tell me why I didn't see it, because I definitely did pick the Vikings. So I just thought it was no way they could not win.
No, I mean, I feel like the Giants are more well-rounded team compared to the Vikings. I mean, these past couple weeks with the Vikings, they've just been falling apart. Their defense is terrible. If they can't outscore you, they're not going to win. That's all they really relied on this year. Is just they needed to outscore you because they knew once you got the ball back, you was going to score on them. So that's all they had to do. But yeah, that's why I picked the Giants, because I was like, the Giants have a good defense and they have a good offense. So why would they not win versus a team that only has a good offense? As long as you could shut down Justin Jefferson, which they did, you'd be good to go. And I know their defense was hyped. I was watching a lot of their like DBs were just like going crazy because they was locking dudes down, and yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, I already knew the Giants was going to take that. They just got a better team than the Vikings do. But hopefully the Vikings could get some defensive players next year so they can help out that offense. But yeah.
Who, the Vikings?
Yeah, the Vikings need to get a better defense.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no question. Definitely need a better defense. I think that should be one of the bigger focuses for the summer.
A lot of these teams need a better defense.
Yeah, that's true. Especially the teams that lost. I think Seattle could use a better defense. I think,
and that's why I believe in defense.
Do you though?
We talked about this one of the episodes, how like you were noticing that I'm a big advocate for like you have to have a good defense to be a good team, which
really
I do believe that it does come down to the defense. A lot of the great teams right now, they all have a good defense, at least a good defense.
Okay. I mean, I agree with that. I think most of the good teams do. I think you can but I think you can also get away with not having. I think it's not about necessarily having good defense, but I think like I said, I think any football player that ever played football, you understand that it's control with the line. You got a good O line, you got a good D line, you control the game. It's always going to be like that. It will forever be that way. If you have a great D line or a good D line, it can make your defense a lot better than it probably is, and you can control the game a lot more than you think you can. So yeah. Woo! Go ahead. Okay. Oh God, my stomach hurt, man. Damn. Hold on, bro.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh
no.
Okay, I'm good.
Oh, no.
I'm good, bro. You know how that you feel like that fart from the cum, bro, and it don't.
It's like all that pressure built up.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
so yeah, I thought I had to fart, bro, and I didn't. So if I do got to fart, y'all gonna hear it on podcast. So
good thing you ain't here.
Right. So yeah, man.
Okay, well, I mean, the next game is your team, the Ravens and the Bengals. I mean, if you want to talk about it, go ahead and talk about it, bro, because, you guys put up a fight, and I wasn't expecting this.
You know what? It's time.
What is going on?
ISO, get out the way. ISO.
Hold on.
Okay, I'll let you speak your piece. You want to talk first? I promise you. I got a rant. Oh, you got an ad pop up?
Yeah, an ad popped up and started playing. I was like, hold on, bro, who's this?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I just want to say, the Ravens came out to play. I didn't expect this to be a close game at all when you guys playing the Bengals. But, Huntley came out there and did his thing. He did really well, but it just was not enough to beat the Bengals. Unfortunately, y'all had that stupid fumble at the end that cost you the game. That's the only reason why you guys lost, because it was a stupid fumble. But other than that, it was a good game to see, just a back and forth. You guys going at it. So I'll let you talk on it, bro, because I know you probably mad as heck right now because of that fumble. But that was the dumbest thing. Go ahead.
So those you may know, I am a Baltimore Ravens fan. That's my favorite team, or one of my favorite teams, rather. My main favorite team. Throughout the year, there's been a lot of storylines, a lot of debacle going on between Lamar Jackson and the organization because they decided not to pay him. A business is a business, I guess. You do what you got to do, but at the same time, when you got a premier quarterback like that, I just find it hard to believe with the way that he's carried your offense that you just do not pay him, right? Literally, we do have a couple talented pieces, Mark Andrews, the J.K. Dobbins of the world, but the Baltimore Ravens have struggled to find a wide receiver one for Lamar Jackson since he's been there. Definitely has made a lot of our made it's definitely has made offense more difficult. And to be fair, I think also the way, excuse me, that the Ravens run their offense is definitely a lot run heavy. So to be fair, I think a lot of wide receivers probably wouldn't even flourish right now, um, because of our system, and that's because of our OC Greg Roman. Um, and I have a real problem with him right now at this point, because he's literally pretty much it is unbelievable what happened on Saturday night. So, no, my bad, Sunday night, because we played on prime time, right? Sunday night, we play against the Bengals, right? Now, granted, I said in the podcast, if Lamar plays, we win. If we don't play, we lose. So I kind of already seen the writing on the wall. Selfishly, I wouldn't even care if we won. I mean, if I was wrong, because I wouldn't mind us winning. But at the same time, I kind of just, if I had to put my money on it, I wasn't picking us winning because we just wasn't healthy. You watch the game, and I ain't gonna say I love Tyler Huntley, but I definitely got respect for him. I think he's an average quarterback at best, and the system that's in there now is really not made for him to flourish. It's really made for Lamar to flourish, and they try to just because he has shades of Lamar, but he doesn't move like Lamar, so they try to do the best they can to kind of incorporate that game plan. Um, but he did, I think, as best he could have done, in my opinion. I mean, offensively, he not really. I mean, he threw 17 for 29, 226 with two tugs and a pick. I think with that, I mean, compared to past games, I think this is probably one of the better games he's had statistically. The defense was on point. I mean, the defense played as probably as best I think they could to hold a team like Cincinnati, who's offensively one of the best offenses in the league, to lock them up relatively to 17 points given the fumble, um, and kept us in the game for pretty much most of the game. And you know, it's crazy, right? Because J.K. Dobbins, salute to J.K. Dobbins, man, because he was frustrated with how the game ended because he believes, and I think most players believe, most of the team believes that they should have won that game. If you look at our statistics from that game, we beat the Cincinnati Bengals in every category: total yards, passing yards, rushing yards, average yards per play. Uh, the only thing we didn't beat in my bad in time of possession. The only thing we didn't beat them in is sacks allowed and penalties. But pretty much, if you look at this team statistics, we won the game. I don't even think it's a debate. We won the game, right? But your players can only do so much, right? But then you have a coach that just puts you in bad positions. And what I mean by that, you drive down the field. Now, mind you, it's been a struggle to drive down the field all game. If you watch the game, it was a struggle to drive down the field. It was pretty inevitable that the offense was not working with whatever they were trying to do with Tyler Huntley. They should have just gave it to J.K. Dobbins and just let him carry. He kept saying that he wanted to carry this offense to help win the game. And when a player that talented, you might as well give him a shot. But anyway, Greg Roman, the OC, decides not to and decides to run the offense through Huntley. All right, whatever. Here's my problem. We drive down the field, we get to about maybe the 4. Yeah, I mean we on the verge of scoring, you know. Now keep in mind, William, it's 3rd and goal, right? Not 4th and goal. It's 3rd and goal, right? If you're on the goal line and it's 3rd and goal, the logical thing would be, right, is to, run the ball again, to see if you can get in the end zone,
They gave it to the running back.
They'll give it to the running back. Maybe even a play action with a fullback running to the side, so you could just dump it to him. He could run in real quick. We've seen a lot of third and goal possessions, right? Somehow, some way, the OC was like, you know what? Let's run this QB sneak on third and goal, right? And then to a certain extent, I gotta blame Tyler Huntley a little bit because he definitely did decide to try to jump over. He thought he was Cam Newton, like he thought he was 6'5".
Reaching.
He thought he was 6'5", but he really like 5'10". He tries to jump over the offense and extend the balls out, gets ripped. It somehow goes into Sam Hubbard's hands, and he just takes off and scores. Also, it was a block in the back on that blocked Mark Andrews because Mark Andrews was running. I ain't never seen Mark Andrews run that fast. They got to update his speed on Madden. He was running.
He caught up to them. I was like, oh, they gonna stop him.
Right. But then he got pushed in the back and nobody called shit. So it's whatever. But I will say that play call was probably one of the worst play calls I've ever seen in NFL history, especially in a pivotal moment in a playoff game.
Worse than the Seahawks goal line to score and win the Super Bowl?
If not 1-2. I think that's number 2. I think the Tyler Huntley is number 2. That's the second worst play I've ever seen. I mean, yeah.
I don't know why you don't give it to Marshawn.
Yeah, for sure. And the problem what I have with the Tyler Huntley stuff is that I don't even mind him having the ball. But if you watch the rest of the game, they literally ran like a power O for Tyler Huntley. I think when they got the ball back to try to score again, that they ran on like 4th and 1. They could have ran that same play at the goal line and at least had another down. I don't know what they told him to do, but I don't know what the play was, but a quarterback sneak on 3rd and goal has never been an option. And for that to happen, I would just it took me out. I was done. Not to mention the Lakers lost the same night on some dumbass shit too. So I was just hot. I was just angry overall. Like I was so mad that we lost. Like I was so mad because it was like the Bengals really did not win this game. I thought they were playing to lose. We really should have won this game. We should be in the next round. Legitimately. And I'm not even saying that to be funny, whatever. I think most people know that the Ravens should be in the next round right now. Because they played, given all the circumstances, played good enough to win that game. But literally just had one bad fumble go the wrong way, and that was the game. But we played better than the Bengals. And if we had Lamar, we're winning that game. No question. I don't think it's a debate. We're winning that game. So it is what it is. Stuff happens. Salute to the Bengals. They edged one out. And I don't even want to talk about them no more because I ain't gonna lie. I'm so done with our OC. I really think we need to let him go. It's time for a new regime. I'm so done. I've never seen that type of play call. You don't even do that on Madden. Like you run a fullback dive or something, just you know what I'm saying. But you give yourself another chance to run a play. You ran a QB dive for somebody. You
got a whole nother play to go, bro.
You thought they ran the play like it was 4th and goal. They thought bro was Cam Newton, like he was 6'5", bro 5'10". Why are you running the QB sneak? He ain't even tall enough to like extend for real. Whatever. It's just what it is. Well, moving along after an interesting day 2 of games, we go to game 3 or day 3, which is Monday night. Cowboys against the Buccaneers. Pretty much not much to talk about. I mean, the Bucs were pretty much what I expected them to be. Really didn't have Brady, I think.
The only thing is,
I don't know
Brady
what's next for
Brady.
Brady.
To the Cowboys finally.
Yeah, Brady lost to the Cowboys. Pretty much, relatively. I ain't gonna say a blowout, but it was pretty much. It wasn't a close game at all. It was kind of what I expected. Even though out of respect for Brady, You just never want to count him out, but you know, that team throughout the year just never really could turn on that switch. And they never really was like a playoff team in my eyes, honestly. And it was just because, and to be honest, the only reason they was a playoff team is because nobody else in the NFC South was better than them. Because the Buccaneers wasn't really that good either. If we being completely honest, they were dealing with injuries
They just
throughout the
barely made it
year.
in.
Everybody was, and it just seemed like everybody was a little bit too old for this. And yeah, they pretty much got whopped. I mean, Dak Prescott had a hell of a game, threw for 4 tugs, probably had the best outside of Purdy, probably had the best playoff performance we've seen so far from a quarterback. And they dominated and took care of business, got them up out of there early. Definitely looked at unstoppable. The offense looked elite. Dalton Schultz had a pretty good game, almost had 100 yards with 7 catches. CD Lamb had a decent game. It just seemed like they was picking the Bucks apart all day. The running game was there. The defense was immaculate. Micah Parsons was locked in. The potential defensive player of the year. He was a problem. Yeah, I mean, so it was just it's an overall dominating performance by the Cowboys. And yeah, I don't know what's next for Brady at this point. I just think that him
Raiders.
going into the age of, I know, right? I've heard that take, and I'm not really against it. I just want Brady to retire. Like, when is it going to be enough? You don't have nothing to prove. You don't have no records to beat. You're not winning the championship,
football, bro.
Sure, right? And I get and I respect it gracefully, but it's just like, bro, like it gets to a point where it's just like, all right, bro, your time's up, and I'm at that point now. Like I'm good with not seeing Brady no more. I'm cool. There's nothing else I need to see. If it ain't coming with you winning, there's nothing else I need to see. You're not gonna break no records. Like you just filling up stat sheets and just playing because you love the game, which I respect. I get it, but it's okay, bro. Retire. Let somebody else get that spot. It's over.
Can I make a crazy prediction?
What?
Brady to the Seahawks.
Brady to the Seahawks, I wouldn't like that either. I'd rather Geno get that spot. Geno earned it. I don't care what nobody say. If Geno's not a starting quarterback on somebody's franchise, I'll be disappointed. Geno's earned that.
Brady, if he's going to continue to play, he's going to want to go with the team that's already like playing well. And I think if he decides like I want to play for the Seahawks, like they're going to make that happen because you got Tom Brady. I mean, he's the GOAT. He'll put butts in chairs, so you're going to make a lot of money with him on your team. So it wouldn't be a bad idea if he wanted to go to the Seahawks. But I don't know. There's a lot of other options too. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea if you want to go to Seahawks. I mean, I wouldn't put it against them. I just think personally, I think Geno earned that spot in the Seahawks if he don't get a chance, right? I think Brady just needs to retire, bro. Like, I think this is it. Like, just go. What else do you have to prove, man? Go to San Francisco. Fuck it. Like, that's what we like. You know what I'm saying? Go to San Francisco. Go back home. If you really want to be that, if you really want to play that bad, right? No, like it's just it's time. It's time. I don't even think. To be fair, do I think Tom Brady can still compete? For sure, right? I think he still can compete, but it's just
he can.
I would rather him leave now than we start watching a Brady that don't make the playoffs or they get knocked out the first round, shit like that. Like the way Brady won that Super Bowl when the first year he left, he should have retired then. That would have been the GOAT story. Now he got this like loss to the Cowboys. Now it's kind of like, all right, bro, what you doing? Like this is like the Jordan with the Wizard years. Nobody really tripping. It's like it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like this is where we at now. We're Jordan with the Wizards with Tom Brady.
That's and if he keeps continuing, he's gonna get hurt eventually because he's getting older. So
he's getting older.
Your body don't be working like that, bro.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I don't know, man. I just hope that he got it. I just hope that he figured that out, man. But
he got a boat.
Well, moving along, man. Round 2 predictions. Starting off with this is kind of like the NFL pick'em, kind of submerged with that, but we'll probably talk about it a little bit more, but not too much. Trying to get to the things right now because I don't really remember off the top of my head, but starting with Saturday, we have the number 1 seed Chiefs versus the number 4 seed Jaguars. Who you got and why?
Got to be the Chiefs. Mahomes is different in the playoffs. He comes to play. Jaguars are good, but they're not good enough to beat the Chiefs.
They got a top 5 quarterback, according to you, right? They got two top 5 quarterbacks.
But they're playing the
number
out. 1 quarterback. They're playing the number 1 quarterback. So yeah.
Okay. So you'll give them no chance to upset at all.
No, they're not going to be able to. Okay. It's Mahomes. Okay. Mahomes going to drop like 50.
Okay. No, he ain't putting up 50 though. But I will say, I know the Jaguars' confidence is going to be on an all-time high. Mm-hmm. They're definitely going to go in there very confident. But I do believe Kansas City has been here long enough, and they know, they've been here before. They've been down this road before, so I think they take care of business. I see them winning by at least 17. To be honest, and I think Pat Mahomes has a big day. I think he throws for about 3 touchdowns. I think Lawrence has a pretty good day too, but I just think it just won't be enough.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Then after that, we have the number 1 seed Eagles versus the number 6 seed Giants. I was going to say the Jaguars, but it's really the Giants.
That's the Giants.
Who you got,
Eagles,
my boy?
Eagles going to take that one.
Yeah.
The Eagles got to take that.
I appreciate the Giants. They're
way better.
Hell of a run.
Yeah.
They way better?
Yeah, they're just more well-rounded. I mean, both of them have Giants have a good offense and a good defense, but Eagles have a great offense and a great defense. So it's just they're not going to be able to match up with them.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are pretty. I mean, the Eagles outside of the Niners are one of the most well-rounded teams in the NFL. The Giants are a pretty good team. I just think they're a couple pieces away from really making noise. I think next year they'll be a lot better than they are this year, especially with the confidence going in from making the playoffs this year. But I definitely have the Eagles winning, probably about maybe 10 to 14 points. I think it'll be close a lot. I think it'll be close until the end. I think the Eagles will probably pulling away around the third, fourth quarter, and then that would be that. But I do got the Eagles winning, and that will be that. Moving along to Sunday, we have the number 2 seed Bills versus the number 3 seed Bengals.
All right, told you what I'm picking.
You picked the Bengals. Disgusting. But I get it, though. I get it. Both these teams have definitely not had the best first game performance. So it really could go either way personally. They both really wasn't dominant in their games. So I definitely can see it going either way. I think it's close. It's probably as close to a toss-up as it going to be probably for most of these games on this weekend. But I definitely still have the Bills. I have the Bills winning, and Josh Allen gonna have a good game again, and he gonna prove why he better than Joe Burrow, and we gonna shut this shit up and get this up out of here.
No, Burrow gonna go crazy.
Who, Burrow?
Okay. He gonna walk off the field smoking a cigar.
All right.
Because this is Skip's rematch game.
You want to put a Wingstop dinner on it?
Oh my goodness! You and your
you want to put a Wingstop dinner on it
and stuff.
You want to put a Wingstop dinner on it? You owe me
heck of money from all your cussing that you be doing, bro.
You want Wingstop dinner on it, bro? That game been over.
I don't put no Wingstop dinner on it.
Okay, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Josh Allen. Anyway, it's okay. Almost dropped my mic. Last but not least, Sunday would be Sunday night, but it's not really. We have the primetime game, which is the Cowboys versus the Niners. I believe that this game is going to be very competitive. Still have the Niners winning though. I think when it's all said and done, I think the Niners are. I think Cowboys are a really good team. I definitely think that we will see a couple flaws in Purdy's game. I think this week. I think we will see a couple flaws that will be like, okay, we kind of see where he's at, because I think the Cowboys defense are one of the better ones and probably the best one he's played up to this point. I don't think in the eight games
they're
he's
the number
played,
two.
Huh?
They're the number 2 defense, so obviously it's going to
Yeah,
be
I'm
the
saying.
best
So I think
that
the
he's
Cowboys
played.
will be the best defense he's played
Besides practice.
right, besides practice, right. So I think this will be a very like interesting litmus test for him. As far as defensively on the other side, though, I definitely think that Bosa and them will give the Cowboys problems. I wonder how they go into game plan against that, but I still have the Niners winning. I think they win by a field goal, though. If I'm being completely honest, I think they win by a field goal. If not a field goal, no more than a touchdown. So. Like I think the Niners score and then the Dak ain't got enough time and he go fuck around and fuck up and then the clock runs out and you win by 7. So, something like that.
I'm gonna say they win by 10. I don't think this is gonna be as close as people think it is. I don't think Dallas is a good team. They just, seeing them play these past couple of games. They've either not played a very well team or they have struggled very well or a lot. The Seahawks
as a problem. The Seahawks were struggling before they played. Y'all had a good game until the last few minutes.
Yeah, but that's because we were kind of just messing around the whole first half. But as long as the Niners come out hot and going, at full speed as they should be doing, I don't even think the Cowboys got a chance at this one, bro.
But they don't. That's the thing. They don't.
But I'm saying if they do, if they finally get it together in the first half, they go out there.
But here's my thing, bro. That's my thing. With the Niners, they don't. They never really come out the gates firing. They usually they play to their competition, right? So with Dallas, that's why I said it's going to be a closer game than the Seahawks game. I think it's pretty obvious if they win by 3-7 because they're going to be in a competitive game all game. They're not going to just try to pack up the Cowboys from the beginning. They're not going to do that. They're just not. They don't do that. This is why I got this blue on. You feel me?
We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see.
I got this cowboy blue on. You feel me?
Yeah, calm down. We're going to have to see.
You feel me?
Because I don't see this being a competitive game at all. I don't think the Cowboys can compete with the Niners. So Dak Prescott is trash. So
yeah, you sound like a biased Niner fan. Okay, sometimes it's disgusting talking sports with you because you're a biased Niner fan. You know that? Biased. You got this.
How am I biased? We've won 11 biased, straight.
You're
11
biased,
straight.
You're no. Let's
with a rookie
11.
quarterback
Let's
winning
exclude the
half
11
of those.
in a row. That's cool. I'm not knocking that, but the reality is you are a biased Niner fan. You are. It is what it is. You are a biased Niner fan. Let's be honest. You are.
Yeah, I just don't see any other teams that are better than us.
You are biased.
I don't think there's any other team better than us.
But even, bro, you could have been 10-6. You still would have said the same shit. You said the same shit last year.
Did I?
Yes, and this was before the pod. We used to have conversations. You'd be like, "Oh, the Niners going to the Super Bowl." I'm like, are you serious? You're like, yeah, you're biased.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Yeah, you're biased.
Okay, hey, bro, I'm just faithful. You feel me? I'm faithful to my team. I believe in my team.
Yeah.
Unlike some people.
Yeah, but I suppose so, man. I mean, I don't like it though. It kind of is what it is. I mean, we all biased to certain things. I mean, I'm not. Oh, I don't think I'm biased. Oh, actually, I'm not biased.
I feel like you biased against us.
Nah, I would play this. I would say this. I think I do it more just to talk trash, but I think in the reality, when it's all said and done, if I had to put my money on it, I would probably bet. I would bet on y'all more times than you think I would. To be honest, honestly, I ain't that crazy, but Yeah, I be like messing with y'all Niner fans because y'all be funny. Y'all be funny. Bang bang Niner gang. Y'all be hilarious, bro. Niner fans are the funniest to me. So yeah, man. Well, I think that's good enough. Not too much. Probably hour and a half. That's what it says on yours?
Yeah, it says hour and a half.
Mine should say 45 minutes. It probably gotta include the other one, so yeah, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us. There's been another episode. This is episode, was it 15, 16? I don't even think I said the number. 16? I definitely know I didn't say the number.
Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah, episode 16. I definitely didn't say the number. That's my fault. I apologize, man. I was trying to figure out too much on this app side.
Yeah, it's 16.
So far, this app low key getting on my nerves already. We're gonna try for the rest of the month.
Are you blurry on your end too, or is it just me?
I'm blurry on my. I'm not blurry on my end, but you're low key a little bit blurry on your end. But that's because of the camera. That's why I was using my webcam because it's clear. But it like for some reason when it's connected to this adapter, it like the signal disappears. So I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm like crystal clear on my end, but then you on my end is like pixels, bro.
Exactly. So yeah, it depends. But since I'm the host, see your figure. That's what I'm saying. So since I'm the host and you're not, you're going to be pixeled and I'm not. But yeah, so like I said, I appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're listening to this on Apple and Spotify, please rate 5-star, leave a review. We'd like to talk to y'all. Y'all don't never really
leave some comments, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But be on the lookout. We're going to start TikTok soon. We're going to be on TikTok soon. Don't worry about it. I know we ain't posted nothing in months. I got some stuff that I got some couple things I want to try out, but look, man, we adults with 9 to 5s. It's hard to just sit and edit TikTok videos. Now let's be honest, he don't want to talk about it, but it was somebody's idea to start all this, right? Somehow, some way, a lot of the meat of the work came to me. But we ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about that. I just want to put that out there just to let everybody know and be like, oh, what is TikTok all this? I was with the idea, but I wasn't the person that was like, hey, yo, we should do this. I was like, okay, cool. I'm thinking I'm gonna just join or whatever. I'll help every now and again. But, yeah. So, if y'all want TikTok videos, man, low key, holla at him. He good at TikToks. He be on TikTok all the time. So, you know what I'm saying? Holla at him. But yeah, like I said, man, we grown, man. Some people got kids. Some people work 9 to 5s. Well, we both work 9 to 5s, but it's just TikToks will be soon. It's just whenever we feel like doing it. But definitely probably. I think this one we have a couple clips because him saying Trevor Lawrence and who you said top 5 and Justin Herbert over Lamar Jackson is insane. It would definitely probably be a clip for sure. But yeah, appreciate y'all for rocking with us. It's been real. I go by Tweez with my brother William. We are Goodfellas, and this has been the Good Call Fellas podcast, episode 16. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Any last words or no? That's how you eat the glizzy. That's how you eat the glizzy. Bang, not a guy. That's how you eat the glizzy. You be letting the glizzy hang, and that's how you eat not it. A guy.
Nah, you was the one eating the glizzies over on Saturday at the Niner Stadium, bro. You got the free glizzies.
That's how you hold the glizzy when you eat it. That's what he was doing. Crazy, bro.
Yeah. No, this is how you hold a mic before you drop it because you say bang, bang, Niner gang.
You're disgusting. Bye.